Thokozani, I am Mu and I welcome you to my channel. Today I'll be talking about spiritual attacks, the physical aspect of it, and this is a part 3 from the video that I previously did. Well, as we know that spiritual attacks attack everyone and they happen to everyone. But now what differs is when things start to change and the physical aspect of the spiritual attack now starts to disturb your life. Because whether you like it or not, if now the physical aspect of that attack is now attacking your life, you will be so out of balance. You're going to be so out of control. You're going to be so scared. You're going to have so much fears. You're going to have so much, doubts and questions towards life as into why is everything happening to me the way it is. Remember, I said these entities or whatever these things are feed into fear. So the minute you fear something, you obviously are giving it some level of power into your life. So the physical aspect, right, of spiritual attacks are as follows. From the dreams, the attacks become more physical, whereas there's something that is going to hurt you. There's something that is going to bite you. There's something that you will feel, because remember, when it comes to the physical aspects of things, it can either be something that someone is doing to you, or just an entity attacking you, or just things that are just out for your life. So they will translate even in your body and even in your daily life as into, oh my gosh, what is happening? Especially in weird times, it's not when you drink lots of water, but it's that thing that hits you like a needle. You must know that it's an attack, right? You now start feeling sick whenever you get home. You must know that there's some form of energy or something that is making you sick because some other things people people of the dark don't have any form of respect whatsoever. So they come in the night when you are sleeping and you are dreaming, and they do these things while you are not aware. So whatever it is, but they're able to even take more from your gate, or like I was saying, and so whenever that happens, because it's like your DNA, anything in the spiritual world that you have contact with has your DNA. That's how it works in the spiritual world. Be it a pen, be it mobile, be it a glass, be it your t-shirt, it has your spiritual DNA. It does not necessarily have to have your physical DNA, but it will definitely have your spiritual DNA. Apologies about the sound around. It's raining cats and dogs, so I was like, let me force myself and just get it over and done with, because I know there's so much to talk about, right? So you will also find that when you are home and you're alone, there are voices calling your name, or you're hearing a knock on the door, or sometimes you don't even have to be alone, but you're hearing a knock on the door, and when you go open, and there's someone knocking at the door. Or you will find that there's a tap on the window, that that sound on the window, ne? Or you will hear footsteps on the roof, or something running on the roof. That is the physical now, right? Sometimes it escalates to the point whereby out of the blue, pots are falling, things are just falling, and things are breaking, especially if you find that whenever you switch off, and then they are just sound like coma, isn't those logos, they are coma lap ending, then you need to know that you are not alone. Why is the house popping? Because it's not supposed to be popping. But when it's popping, it means there's something, because it drains the energy. So immediately when you switch off the lights, now the energy becomes illuminated, because throughout the day it was gaining energies from everywhere. Because now, mind you, with people, you always think, that's why I'm saying this video will never end. Entities. And amadlozi awahlala nama entities. You can never feel the hairs of your back stand up and ushayo valo. There is that spiritual vibration you get from that spiritual goosebumps. But like you hear the hairs on the back of your neck. Literally, you feel your blood rushing down and you don't know what to do. And all of a sudden, there's some entity in there. A certain corner. That's why I'm saying if you have houses, people barato quality room. Don't always keep your room closed. Always have your rooms open so that energies can flow. Because if dark entities or energies occupy those spaces, I understand that. Or if you like to be in the dark, stop it. During the day or whatever the case might be, because I know there are people that were like, there's a certain room but don't do that. Because entities on the corners. That's why I always say it's not necessarily that we like to put things in corners, but because it's part of the house, we decorate. But sometimes you need to check if when you look at a certain corner, you feel a certain way. You know that sometimes, because sometimes you might find who's in Guinea is close to a portal and you don't know. Energies are transferring or passing through all the time. You right? More pumelanga pandle. So there's something outside there. I always say try it around 2, 3, 4 and check, gauge, because sometimes the things in the yard, they don't necessarily, it's anything where to a certain extent whereby they steal food, they steal money, they steal clothes. Nobody let tell us and you're like, these entities do that because to do dark work and come torment you. That is the point. Sometimes they are there to listen on your conversation. Like Ditweba, I hate rats. I hate rats. Rats are like a transportation of dark energies. I hate rats because sometimes you think you must check in most cases. And 80% of those times, are not maphela and amakunwane. They are energies, they are entities. Because they literally look in the eye like, that's how it gets. And sometimes it escalates, it escalates because some other, spiritual attacks are come in the form of poverty. Or rather send forth a spirit of struggling. Sometimes when it comes to spiritual attacks, the people that move with spiritual husbands and wives, and those things don't wait for it to be the dark. You can be sleeping during the day, you can be sleeping during the night. Now the only fun, or rather there's no fun thing, what am I saying? The only small thing about this is that do not have sex. Fight for no intercourse, because once you let the intercourse happen, oh boy, my God, you are gone. You need to fight that thing. That is why you need to izindawo esihlala kuzo sizicleane, sizicleanse, siqhele, sichise izinto ezidinga ukuthi zibe khona, so that the house is always protected. 80% of the time, you guys are in luck because kids sense these, energies very easily. Because you need to know that there's something going on. You feel me? And not only are these physical attacks happening, in Makaya words, but they also happening. You can be driving around with an entity and you don't know. Whenever you're in the car alone, you feel as if there's someone there with the corner of your eye. Abanye mistaken that from others. You must. It was actually going to go to two guys. It was, it will bring some form of calming energies. But if you see something that is scaring you, you need to know. I hate public toilets because public toilets harbor energies. My mom knows whether it's a more or anything, I will hold myself until I get some more. Because I don't like being in public toilets. It's not something I developed now, but as Nsakula, that was something I would not do, I would always see things, I would pick up energies, and that would affect me, right? So as growing up, I don't go to public toilets alone, be it more, because what's angaganani, and with the minute I just set foot there, I'm like, I can't. So I hold it, guys. I hold it, because there's so many things going on in the spiritual realm that, at least if you're not aware that they're going on. So sometimes you might even find, even with the scratch things, it happens, Sometimes you might even, when you go into bed and you feel like there's someone with you in the room and looking over you, or, breathing. There's a lot of things that, guys, I don't want to scare you, but these are things that are there that happen. I understand that. These are things that are there that happen. And I always say, when you fear, these entities laugh at you and they're like, because they're achieving the goal. So that's why I'm all booga. Gaga. Okay, and you know what? Show that, I'm not scared because whatever it is. Because I always say, if fear, man, is the root of all, distraction, And even you can check, so that's why you say some other things are sent to listen in on your conversations, because they know that, it's a lot of things that are happening. You might find something of yours is missing, and jiggy after a week, ila bopega corner. You need to know that there's something there, something wrong in that house. Because not only isn't ziyayenzwa, zithunyelwa ngomoya, ziyafakwa endleleni la nihlala khona endaweni, or you're moving into a new house or a new apartment. Remember, there are people that are staying there before you, and there are people that are going to stay after you. Do you cleanse that space? No. I don't hate apartments, but with every person that I've visited their apartment with, sometimes I don't even tell them. I just keep quiet, because there's always something there. There's always something there, especially in the bathroom. You guys, that's why it's important that you clean. You clean your spaces, you cleanse, because there's a lot of things going there. I remember there was this one time. It was I don't remember the year, but I was at some conference, and I was there in the bedroom, like sleeping and chilling, like not minding my business. We're having some gin and humanist whatever. So in the room, when they're about to switch off, immediately when they switch off, I see a man standing there by the corner with the whole silhouette and the head, the whole vibe going down. And I'm like, guys, don't switch off. There's someone there by the corner. And like, don't do this. I'm like, there's someone there by the corner. And they don't believe me. They switch on the lights. They go there by the... Then they switch off again. Maybe it's the gin. I'm like, there's no gin. I didn't sleep that night. I stayed up literally, I like the TV, just so there can be some form of in the light, because pitch black darkness, I can't do that. I'm not that person. Because especially, that's why I'm because you get to see a lot of things that happen, The hotels, there's a lot of entities there. Malls, there's a lot of the entities or energies are always in everywhere. Right? So coming back to this physical aspect, especially if you are gifted, or there's something going on good in your life. Let me just move away from the gift part. You will find that right? And it will be forcefully done. It's less, like I said, it's not necessarily for utando, but to slow you down in life. For or for men to use you, or for, it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things. Even with the sexual intercourse in the dream that comes, it's not necessarily Thokozani. It's not necessarily about just the sex taking your power. It's a bigger motive. There's something that you don't know about yourself. I get it. These people use mirrors to check your lives, guys. That's what I'm saying. Prayer, cleansing, looking after yourself, looking after your energies. You will have less access. People have less access to your life if you live your life like that. Mara, uyajola, bayakjolela, niyajolana. You are there, all over there. You own a secret, right? There's so many people involved in your life, because for someone to get to you, it does not mean they have to literally come to you. They get to someone that can get them to you, that can give them access to you. So it's like spiritual life is deep. That is what I'm saying. Sometimes isn't this in a life. That's why I was even warning guys in the good team. Ama-condom la unasebenzisayo ngicabanga ukuthi ama-cherry nawo anikeza ukuthi bihambe lahle akhuntile endumbeni zabantu athathiwa yokujelwa nabizwa. That is why, hey guys, that is what I'm saying. Everything, it's a spiritual, like life is spiritual. There's a lot of things happening and you're not aware of. That is why I say always keep your thing. You're gonna get what you want because you don't leave your spiritual DNA. It's not just your things. You don't mark your territory if it's not your husband. Don't mark your even if it's your husband. If someone respects themselves enough, why do you have to go to the extent of leaving your panty there, your toothbrush there? Don't even go there. People out here are dangerous, I tell you. So it's one of those things that are going on. So guys, it's important, it's imperative, and all these things that are happening because isn't though that, like I'm saying, they start in the spiritual realm before they can manifest in the physical. It's important that you look after yourself at all times. You look after yourselves at all times and protect your energies, protect your lives, sanctify yourself, keep yourself clean. You have less chances of receiving so many spiritual attacks. Because one thing I can tell you is that 80% of the time, ama spiritual attacks as empulenzeni, as ngama partners wenu, ngabantu enizwana nabo, because nabo they are carrying things. Omoya uzothola ukuthi la buya khona egibo bampepisile ne isilwane or una something, or there's just some spiritual, something going on in their life. And uzwana now. And that because you're not protecting your energies, you take that and it's like mutation and it comes into your life and it grows into your life. That's why I'm saying, if we respect ourselves and protect our energies, we wouldn't have to sit out here and do all these videos and teach you things that you should already know about. That's why I'm saying, these days, doing things out of just YOLO, it does no longer work. As a young people, we need to think big, think spiritual, be open-minded, and look at things ngendlela. Even with the house, you find kune room in particular, you need to know there's something wrong. There's some form of entity there, or there's some form of energy. I don't like that, because that's a sign for not good energies. You need good. I know summer, they will just say it's summer, but hey, we read life, we read spiritual life, we read a lot of things. So that's how I'm saying, look at life with the spiritual eye. Even nabantu abayitawa, it didn't start just ngokudaka, it started in the dream. Even with people that doing certain, it started in the dream. That is why I'm saying protect your energies. If you start from your dream to fight it off, then you eventually uzoingoba. But now with amanakmer and all these other things, that you can protect yourselves around these things, and it's not too late if you know that you're a victim of any attack or spiritual attack. Because these days, even Abu Mamazala send their kids to come torment you just because they don't like you, So it's a lot of things happening out here. But I just need you to be cautious. M17, don't leave your things lying around. Your pen, borrowing your books and all that. Protect your things, your spiritual DNA, darling. Darling, that is why your prayers are going to sustain you. They are going to sustain you more than anything. So you need that. So that's just my piece of advice to you. But I will definitely come back now with another one, because there's so much going on in the spiritual world that we need to unpack, especially when it comes to spiritual attacks. So like I said, do check out my page anytime. I just keep on visiting my page. As soon as I'll just check with my assistant if that everything has been uploaded, so that at least you can purchase whatever you needed to purchase, like the combos and stuff that you can change your spaces with. This is 2021. Understand this is how we do things. It's not yours. You don't have to explain to someone like we're protecting ourselves and whatever it takes. Because remember, and so it's important to sanctify. If you move certainty, then that is when you can stand up. But eventually you need to stand up. Or specialize because those things become a part of the family. They become part of you. They are cool as hambi. In yani assignment ngo 94 ukuthi hambo yohlupha bompo. And I come on because bonabalandeleli ba busy fire. That thing becomes part of the family and eventually starts to torment you and eventually starts sleeping with the whole family. So that's why I'm saying sometimes it's important to look after everything. Look after everything. You buy a new car, cleanse it. You buy a new house or you get a new space, cleanse it. Everything. Cleanse your things. Like, learn to cleanse your things. When I'm talking cleanse, chisa izinto, geza izinto, chela, so that kuzosuka imoya le engekho right. But other than that, thank you so much once again for choosing to view my video. I'll definitely come back again with a part 4 because I did promise you, I think, 5 videos in terms of the spiritual attacks. So I'll definitely see you soon, and do not forget to like, subscribe if you still haven't. Leave your comments down below and I'll definitely get back to you when I have the time to do so. But I appreciate each and every one of you. I am Pawadimu, the advocate of Idlozi. Thokozani. I'll see you later.